You finally decide to get serious about debt. You open every app, every card, every loan, and you make a plan. You're going to pay off the smallest balance first. It feels good. It feels motivating. You throw an extra $200 at your smallest card, and a few months later, it's gone. You feel like a completely different person. Then you look at the number that actually matters, your total debt, and it barely moved. That's the moment most people don't talk about. You did everything the internet told you to and still feel stuck. So today, we're breaking down the $200 mistake almost everyone makes when paying off debt. My name is Jack. If you're trying to get out of debt but feel like you're not making real progress, hit subscribe. The debt snowball method isn't wrong, but the way most people use it is costing them money. The snowball method exists for a real reason: psychology. Seeing a balance hit zero feels amazing. But interest rate is the other variable. Ignore it and you can lose hundreds, even thousands. Let's look at a real example. Imagine you have 3 debts. Card A, $500 balance, 24% interest. Card B, $2,000 balance, 6% interest. Card C, $4,000 balance, 22% interest. Under the snowball method, you'd attack card A first because it's smallest. Makes sense on paper. But while you're focused there, your $4,000 card at 22% keeps growing, about $73 a month in interest alone. Let's compare 2 approaches over 12 months. $200 extra per month toward debt. Snowball order, total interest paid over the year is roughly $610. Avalanche order, total interest paid is roughly $410. Same money, same 12 months, but the second approach saves you about $200 just by changing the order. That's the $200 mistake. Not spending money you didn't have, losing $200 you didn't need to lose. So is the Avalanche method just better? Not that simple. The best method is the one you actually stick with. Most people don't choose the snowball method with that trade-off in mind. They just don't know the trade-off exists. Step 1. List every debt with 3 numbers: balance, interest rate, and minimum payment. This is where most people go wrong. They rank debts by balance because it's the easiest number to see. Step 2. Identify your fast-win debt separate from your expensive debt. Step 3. Use the hybrid method. Knock out your smallest debt first for the motivation boost. After that one fast win, switch entirely to attacking your highest interest rate debt with every extra dollar. This gives you the emotional momentum of the snowball and the math efficiency of the avalanche. Step 4. Automate the extra payment. Extra payments fail for the same reason savings plans fail. People rely on willpower instead of systems. Set up an automatic extra payment right after payday, the same day, every time. Step 5. Recalculate every time a debt is paid off. Once your highest interest debt is gone, your next target is whatever now has the highest rate remaining. Let me tell you about someone I'll call Derek. Derek ranked his debts by balance and started attacking a $300 medical bill. It felt great, but his highest interest debt, a $3,200 card at 27%, sat there for months. By the time he got to it, he'd paid almost $450 in interest that never had to happen. When Derek switched to the hybrid method, his payoff timeline dropped by almost 5 months. He told me, "I thought I was bad with money. I just didn't know the order mattered that much." First, list every debt. Second, separate fast win from expensive. Third, use the hybrid method. Fourth, automate your extra payment. Fifth, recalculate every time a debt disappears. The $200 mistake isn't dramatic. It's quiet. It's just interest, quietly working against you. If this helped you rethink how you're paying off debt, hit subscribe. Snowball, Avalanche, or whatever feels right, let me know in the comments.